Last December, I gave $100 to Barack Obama. It's now been about 7 months, and I think it's time to chip in again. Now, I'm not just going to give to Obama today. I also want to help out in some Senate races. There are 35 Senate races this year, and I want to put some money into the races that are close so I can make a difference. And also help the ones where the Democrat is not a corporate puppet, but a real progressive so that they can make a difference. First, we have to find the close races where my money really will help. There are a lot of websites that are following the Senate races. SenateGuru.com is a good one. CQPolitics.com has a nice Senate scorecard, and there are a few others. But I'm going to go with the one of the bloggers that I really respect, Chris Bowers at OpenLeft.com, and his Senate forecast. According to Chris, there are 14 races out of the 35 that are really in play, that can really go either way. And the other 21 are really not even close. So I'm going to give to some of those 14 close races. My next stop is actblue.com, where I'm going to find out a little more information, and I'm going to give to all the candidates right there. See, this is a website where you can actually make all your donations at once, which is much quicker than going to each candidate's website. ActBlue is also great because anyone can start a fundraising page. One of the most popular pages on ActBlue is the Daily Kos Orange to Blue page. This is a great list because the Democrats on this list are the ones who are not corporate puppets. These guys are not going to vote for war or for shredding the Constitution, and they're on this list because they're the kind of Democrats who fight against that crap. And they fight for things like net neutrality and civil liberties. So I am going to compare the list of competitive races with the list of good Democrats. And there are three. There are three Senate candidates who are on both lists. And I'm going to give to all three of them. First, there's Mark Begich in Alaska, who is neck and neck right now with Republican Ted Stevens. This is such an important race because Ted Stevens is the guy who is famous for saying the internet is a series of tubes. And he showed that he really doesn't understand the internet when he made that speech. There's more interesting, sort of embarrassing stuff in that speech that he made. He said, one of my staffers sent me an internet and it took me days to get it. He probably meant somebody sent him an email, but he didn't know what email was called, so he called it an internet. This, in the twisted logic of the Republican Party, this man is the top Republican in charge of regulating the internet. And the policies that he supports are really negative for anybody with a small internet community that they want to keep going, because he wants to allow the service providers to give you different kinds of websites at different speeds, things like that are really would have a deleterious effect on the internet. So we have a great opportunity to get rid of Ted Stevens and replace him with Mark Begich. So $50 to the Democrat, Anchorage Mayor Mark Begich. Now, let's move on. Texas. Rick Noriega is the Democratic Senate candidate in Texas, and this is a great surprise that we have a Democrat in that state who is strong enough to win this year, and he's not even the fake kind of Democrat who you often see in certain areas of the South. This guy is a principled fighter, and he's running against John Cornyn, who is the fifth most conservative, George Bush-loving senator in the whole Senate. He's the fifth worst, so it will make a big difference if we can replace this guy with that guy. So, $50 for Rick Noriega. There's just one more candidate on this list who qualifies, and that is Al Franken in Minnesota. He's running against Norm Coleman. You might know Al Franken because he used to be an actor on Saturday Night Live, and he also had a radio show. I'm really glad Al qualifies for this list because I would love to help him get into the Senate. He has a great way of making a persuasive argument. He's a great writer, and he will make the Senate much more interesting to watch. $50 for Al Franken. Now, my last 50 is going, of course, to Barack Obama, who I think you already know. Next, I'm going to scroll to the bottom. I see that the total is $200, and I'm going to hit contribute. $200. By the way, let me just say that this is not a lot of money. It's been about 200 days since I last made a contribution in December, and $1 a day to change this country is absolutely worth it. For $200, I'd rather have universal health care than a new iPhone. So the next page, I'm just going to put in my credit card info, and that is it. I hope you guys give ActBlue a shot too. Just know that you have to be over 18 and you have to be an American to give. If you're 16 or 17, you can give at BarackObama.com. There's no legal issue there. It's just different places have different policies on age. But it is a legal issue that you need a card, you need a credit card that has your name on it. It is illegal to make a political contribution with somebody else's money. If anyone joins me, please let me know. That would be a comment that I would love to get. And if you think I'm making fewer videos than I used to, I'm actually not. There's just more material going up at the YouTube page called Air America Media. I'm going in there again on Wednesday to record something, so you can look out for that probably by Wednesday evening. And of course, I'll see you again here very soon.